All right. What's going on, party people? This your man Griff. I'm out here doing my delivery driving. Got one more I'm gonna knock out. That's gonna take me about just under 2 hours or 3 hours or something. I forget. It's gonna take me a little bit to do, but it should be fairly easy. I'm probably gonna be all over the city, but I'll work with it. All right. On Fridays, Fritter Friday, thanks again to my wife for hopping on. As always, she does a great job sharing information and helping people understand the do's and don'ts about business. So, as always, appreciate her, and I have learned a lot from her. Ooh, man, they gotta fix these roads. I've learned a lot from her over the years, and still learning a lot. You know, I can say iron sharpens iron. So, after she got left because she was getting tired and wanted to get her sleep, somebody had talked about notary databases, paying for notary databases, and I tried it one time, and I'm talking about not the signing order pay where you pay to get your zip code expanded and all of that, which I still think that's a little questionable, but for the most part it does work. And a lot of notaries tell me they started getting more orders when they paid for that expanded zip code reach. But to be in signing orders, SnapDocs, signature closers, it's actually free. So the question was, would you pay for it? And I was like, honestly, I'm at the point now where the answer is no, because I don't think that it's worth paying to be in a notary database unless I have some questions answered. And the main question is, I want to know how many companies are in your notary database that you want me to pay for, and the average fee is about $50 a year. And I also want to know how much work are they actually doing in my area. Okay, and I think you can pull the statistics up, or that company should at least reach out to them and say, okay, we got all these, so can you give me some data on the amount of work that you're doing in particular areas? You could either do it by, start off by just saying how much you're doing in the various different states. What are the hot areas that you're doing the work in the most? You don't have to go city by city, but you could at least say, give me your top 3 areas or top 5 areas that you actually do work, have closings, consistently in. What the criteria for how much is a lot, I don't know. I can't think of it off the top of my head right now. But because it could be based off of, well, we get a lot of order here and there, but they're small dollar amounts, or we get very few, but they're large dollar amounts. It could be just what's the 3 cities in this state that you have the most activity in. And maybe for larger states, you stretch it out to 8 to 10, like California, Texas, New York, maybe even Florida. You always say California, Texas, Florida, New York. How, then you're throwing South Carolina, North Carolina, but something like that. Or your top 10 companies. So I would need to know that. I would need to know how many companies are on your database actively getting notaries. Okay, so how many people on there? How many of them are actively submitting orders, which they should be able to, they should be able to see that if they got that kind of system, or is it that they're on there, they see a notary and then they send them a notification, but it's not tracked by your site. So I need to know that. I would then look at how many notaries are in my area that's on that website, that's in that database. Do a city search as well as a zip code search, and see what pops up. If it's a lot of people pop up, okay, then I will pick some random men, women, young, old, black, white, Asian, whoever, and ask them, how has things been? Are you making money? What has your experience been like? That's what I would do. So I would want to see how many people in there, and then I would need to reach out to a couple of them. And the larger the amount is, the more, of course, I'm going to reach out to, so I can know whether or not this is even worth my investment. Do you feel that it's worth $49 a year for this site, whatever the name of the site may be? And I will have to go based off of that. You see what I'm saying? the site may produce a lot of work for you, but then you might have a hard time getting paid, or you might just have a difficult time working with some of those companies because the owners of the particular signing companies got a little attitude and they treat you bad. So, or their staff is really jacked up. So all of those are factors before you're gonna have me paying you any amount of money to be listed in your database when SnapDoc, Signing Order, Signature Closers, CX Choice, Notary Go, NSS Notary, Nationwide Signing Service, that's what it called. But you look up nssnotary.com, Timios, heck, Old Republic, one of the largest title companies, if not the largest title companies in America. You sign up for them, you don't have to pay to be on their platform. Heck, even Amrock. So there's too many free things out there. Yeah, so no, I'm not paying for it. I'm not paying for it. And the only time I pay for it is to support my friend Ebony with hers. And I think I need to renew, if I'm not mistaken. So I got to check that out this week. But I know her, and I know what she's doing, and she's trying to do for the notaries, and she actually sends me work. So it's hard for me to not support her. It's not even that it's hard. I'm not going to not support her. You know what I'm saying? But some random person talking about I got a notary database, and then you want to call it the #1 place for notaries, for people to find notaries, but you got 5 listed, but actually there's only really 3 in my city. That ain't a whole lot. That's not a whole lot. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm not down with that. I'm sorry. You got to provide me some stats and some data to show that it will be worth my while, to spend money on you. That's just helping you do whatever you do. But no, I'm not down for that. I'm sorry, I'm just not down for that. So that's my answer. I'm not paying for a notary database unless you're able to sufficiently answer these questions. And if you can, then cool. If you can't, then I'm not going to worry about it. I mean, I'm doing fine without paying for your services. So, but again, if you think that that's going to help you, if you have evidence that paying for that website, that notary database to be listed in there is going to be beneficial for you, then you go ahead on and do it. And right now, there's some people who are in a desperate state. They're really hyped up, desperate because they put some money into being in this business, and you trying to get a return on investment. So you are like, oh, I need to do something. So you're willing to give anything a try. So you go ahead on and try it. And hopefully it will work for you. That's all I can say. Hopefully it will work for you. If it doesn't work for you, then it didn't work. So that's all I got. Also, make sure y'all check out my video from earlier today about notarizing security deeds in Georgia for non-Georgia notaries. That's a very good video. I like that video. I'm telling you, if you look, because almost all of us are going to be faced with doing it. Going to be faced with it, so you might as well go on and look at the video and learn some things about it and make a decision as to how you're going to rock. Other than that, that's it. Go get these, whatever they got me delivering today, and go make me some money. All right, talk to y'all later. Peace.